recording people. They tell you got no business recording. You get punched up in your eye.
You didn't have. You're telling me you didn't get my permission, so I'm going to ask him to charge you.
Okay, go ahead.
You don't have permission to videotape on our property. You got to have permission to videotape on our property. We got it.
So you're totally mistaken.
So he can record you.
Yeah.
Like he can.
Yes, I
I was
can.
told you can't by one of your officers.
Consent so he can record. He can.
I told you I'm a constitutional law scholar. I
I
can.
don't give a shit
I can.
what you are.
Let's just hear you out.
Do y'all get First Amendment training? So I came to this little small Midwest town, and right when I got here, I pulled up to I think it was a Speedway. I think it was called Speedway. And when I pulled up to that Speedway, there was a copper, and he was engaged with a woman. Everybody hit the like button real quick. What do you do when you see a cop? No matter what, you start filming the cop. Cop gets behind you, what comes out of your pocket? What comes out of your pocket? Your phone comes out of your pocket. Because you don't know if this jackboot thug pig is going to attack her right now. You have no idea. So anyway, when I pulled up to the Speedway, I saw a cop, and he was engaged with a woman who was being trespassed from the Speedway. And, you know, first she was a little bit tumultuous, and she was like, "Hey, what are you doing filming?" And I was like, "I'm filming the cop."
Stop recording people. They tell you got no business recording. You get punched up in your eye. What are you recording?
I'm recording the cop, so he doesn't kick the shit out of you. So he doesn't attack you.
Oh, okay. You're recording him?
Yeah, I am.
Yeah, I was picking up something.
So just gonna explain it. They say trespass. They want you like not even on the property. Okay.
So this is property?
It's private property. It's private business. So they can't. Okay. So you understand that if they trespass, which they have,
That's
they
right.
can come on the property.
He's correct.
Okay. So you're on back to the property. So can you just go out of your place?
Don't worry about it.
Okay. Let's just leave it at that way. Okay.
Don't worry about it.
You gonna go then? Thank you.
And then the crazy part was that the owner of the Speedway came out, or the manager. I think it was the owner. I couldn't tell. I mean, how do I know? I'm probably the owner. And he comes out of the Speedway, and he goes to the cop, and he says, "Hey, he's filming me, and he doesn't have my permission." And the cop says, "He can film you." That's what the cop said to the Speedway owner. And then he said, "He has a right to film you."
You don't have permission to videotape on our property.
What's that?
You got to have permission to videotape on our property.
So I'm a constitutional law scholar. As soon
It
as
doesn't matter. You can't videotape on our property.
I'm engaged in a First Amendment protected activity.
You're telling me you didn't get my permission, so I'm going to ask him to charge you.
Okay, go ahead.
He started filming me. I didn't get my permission.
Well, he can. It's a one-way.
This is a private property.
He can actually do it.
And then I said to the owner of the Speedway, I said, "I already told you that. I already told you that I have a right to film you. I have a right to film right here." Yeah.
On our property, we can't. We got it where you can't.
You're totally mistaken.
Consent so he can record you.
Yeah.
Like he can.
Yes, I
I was
can.
told you can't by one of your officers.
Consent so he can record. He can.
I told you I'm a constitutional law scholar. I can.
give a shit
I can.
what you are.
Let's just keep it simple.
I mean, I'm being civil to you, man. You're the one that came out all rude.
You're a genius.
No, I actually, I'm not
So I
quite,
advised her again on what that.
I'm not quite a
again,
genius, but I'm
it's,
pretty
you know,
smart.
In the Supreme Court case Katz versus United States, the court developed the idea of a reasonable expectation of privacy. The court ruled that anything that a person knowingly exposes to the public, regardless of location, is not protected by the Fourth Amendment. A person must keep something private for the Fourth Amendment to apply.
And my days of like trying to be like Mr. Polite Guy and not film people in a public space, that day has come to an end. If you're in a public space and I'm filming and I'm acting as a member of the press, you're gonna be filmed. I tried for 2 years now just to be super nice and super respectful to everybody. However, the simple fact is that when you are in a public space, I can film you, and I'm going to. That's exactly what I'm gonna do. So I wanna talk a little bit about that situation that I just had. If you are at an establishment and you're at a restaurant or a bar or a laundromat or wherever you are, and something happens that the police come there and they are engaged in their official capacity upholding rights. They're upholding rights. They're on the scene upholding rights. So if you pull out your camera right here and you start filming cops, if they're engaged in their official capacity protecting and serving, and you are engaged as a member of the press, they cannot solicit a trespass against you, and the owner of the establishment or the manager can't come out and say, hey, I want you to leave because you're filming cops. That is not how it works. That's not true. You cannot be trespassed from that location. Now, you can be trespassed if you're doing something that any reasonable person would trespass you for. So for example, if you start screaming and yelling at the top of your lungs in the laundromat, well, then the owner or manager can trespass you. However, if the police are there and they're engaged in their official capacity and you just start filming as a member of the press would do, and you're just filming the interaction, maybe you're talking, whatever, but as long as you're not disturbing the peace or inciting a riot or, terroristic threats or doing any of those things, you cannot be trespassed just because the owner or the manager or whoever wants to trespass you. That's just not possible. I mean, it's possible, but it's illegal. And I just told the copper, I said, because after the interaction was over and that woman went and jumped on the bus and she took off, I asked the copper, I said, had you received any First Amendment training? And he said, no. I said, oh, so you just understand it's my right? And he said, yes, he understood it was my right. Hey, do y'all get First Amendment training?
Sorry, sir, I just didn't hear you.
Do y'all get First Amendment training? Is that because like the filming is fairly new, I guess, last 10 years?
Well, it's to my, we always say it's a one-way consent. He can record you.
Yeah, because you knew the law right away. You knew it right off the top of your head.
Deal enough with it.
Yeah.
I mean, it is a private business, though, so...
Yeah, once I start engaging in a member of the press, though, then you can't trespass me or solicit a trespass, or you open yourself up to a federal civil rights lawsuit.
I gotcha.
You knew the law right away. I was actually kind of impressed, to be honest.
I gotcha.
Most cops don't know the law right away, and they start to take the business owner's side, and then I have to tell them, hey, look, I'll sue everybody here if you guys stop me.
Gotcha.
You know what I mean? So I just wondered if you guys got any, like, First Amendment training, or do you just know the law? You just know it?
That's what it is.
Well, listen, have a great day. Please be safe.
Take care,
Please
sir.
be safe. Take care of yourself. So I was like, wow, because you hardly ever hear that. You hardly will ever hear that a cop understands it is my First Amendment right to film police. You always want to be ready. You don't ever want to be caught flat-footed because the biggest problem that I see, the biggest mistake that I see people make is they have their license registration or proof of insurance on their phone. And so then they have to stop filming to get their license registration and proof of insurance. That is the biggest problem that I see happening all over America. People don't have their insurance card and their registration printed out. They don't have it. And you absolutely should have your registration, proof of insurance, everything all printed out. I just want to show you guys that what I say for you to do, I do the exact same thing. I keep it right there. I got it ready to go. I've got my trifold, my proof of insurance, and my registration. I've got everything ready to go right there. Everything I need for the copper is right there up in the visor. You got to stay 100% ready to go, because if for any reason you don't ever stay prepared, that's when you're going to get caught flat-footed when you're trying to get your insurance card out of your phone, and then you can't record. And then between the time you opened up the phone and the time you got killed, you had to turn your phone off just so that you could get your insurance card out, and then you die. I wish that wasn't true. Your license, your registration, your proof of insurance has got to go in your visor. Everything's got to go in your visor. You got to have everything up here ready to go. Got to leave your hands at touchdown position. Got to be right here. Got to be right here. You got to make sure you keep your arms right there so that you can't get shot, because they're killing people. You know that. Every single person here should have my trifold in your car. There's no reason in the world you don't have the trifold in your car. Go to my website, deletelaws.com, get the trifold, put it in your car. Always have this on you. Invoke your Fifth Amendment right immediately. Go to deletelaws.com and get this trifold and keep it on you at all times. You never are without your trifold, ever. I also have the Fifth Amendment card coming out next week. It's like a credit card. All right, I'm gonna get the flock out of here. Thanks for coming, I appreciate it. I'll see you guys on the next one. Later, Gators.